Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to crack open the case file on something absolutely essential for any business: competitive analysis. And look, this isn't just about making a list of your rivals. Oh no, it's about becoming a detective and uncovering the clues that actually show you how to win. I mean, this is the big one, right? This is the central mystery. When you're in a market that's just jam-packed with competitors, how on earth do you make your voice heard? How do you make sure that when a customer has a choice, they choose you? Figuring this out is the key to, well, everything.
So let's think about this a little differently. Competitive analysis isn't some boring homework assignment. It's your secret weapon. It is the strategic magnifying glass you're going to use to spot clues nobody else sees, to identify patterns, and ultimately to crack the case of your market. It really does turn you from just another player into a master strategist. All right, our investigation officially begins. Let's dive into the case of the crowded market. First things first, we've got to understand the scene of the crime. So go ahead, put on your detective hat. From here on out, our one and only mission is to figure out exactly how we're going to win.
Every good investigation, and I mean every single one, starts by identifying the key players. In our world, that means figuring out who our rivals really are. And yeah, it might seem obvious at first, but trust me, there's usually more to it than you think. It's time to line up the suspects.
Okay, so you've basically got two kinds of rivals to worry about. On one hand, you have your direct rivals. These are the obvious ones, right? The other coffee shop on your block. But then you have the indirect rivals, and these guys are way sneakier. They solve the same problem you do, but with a totally different solution. Think about it. For a movie theater, a direct rival is another theater. But an indirect rival? That's Netflix. That's video games. That's anything keeping someone on their couch. You have to watch them all. So, once you've got your list of suspects, you start building a case file on each one. Just look at this example here. We're not just listing what they sell. We're digging deeper. What's their key strength? What are they really, truly good at? And, maybe more importantly, what's their key weakness? Where are they vulnerable? This, right here, is where you start to find the cracks in their armor. All right, we've got our suspect files ready to go. Now it's time for a direct comparison. We're putting our own business under the microscope right next to theirs so we can examine all the head-to-head evidence. Price is almost always the first piece of evidence you look at, and a simple chart like this tells a story instantly. Are you the premium, high-end choice? Are you the budget-friendly option? Or are you kind of stuck somewhere in that messy middle? Where you stand here is a massive clue. Next up, we do a feature-by-feature breakdown. As you can see, you might be tied on feature A, but you've got a clear advantage with feature B. But uh-oh, you're missing feature C entirely. And listen, the goal isn't just to have the most checkmarks, it's to have the checkmarks on the features your audience actually cares about. But the investigation has to go deeper than just the product. You've got to look at the whole picture. What's the customer experience like? Is buying from them super easy, or is it a total headache? And how are they reaching their customers in the first place, their distribution channels? Sometimes the biggest advantages are hidden in plain sight, right here. Okay, so we've analyzed the individual suspects. Now it's time to zoom out. We need to map the entire competitive turf. We have to understand the dynamics of the whole marketplace, not just our little one-on-one battles. You know, most markets can be broken down into these three groups. You've got the leaders, the big dogs, the household names. Then you've got the new entrants, the scrappy, agile startups trying to shake things up. And finally, the niche specialists. These are the experts who do one thing incredibly well for a very specific group. The real question is, which one are you? And how do you deal with the other two? And that brings us to the final, and honestly the most exciting part of this whole investigation. We've gathered all the intel, we've analyzed the evidence, we've mapped the entire turf. Now it's time to put all those pieces together and find our winning move. This is it. This is the moment of truth. All that work, all that data, it has all been leading to this very question. We're looking for that aha moment, that strategic breakthrough that's going to light the way forward. So what is all this evidence telling us? All of our detective work should point us to three critical insights. First, gaps. What are the needs out there that nobody is meeting? Second, threats. What do you think your rivals are going to do next? And third, and most important, opportunities. Where is that unique opening, that sweet spot where you can be different and win? Ultimately, this is the one question that drives this entire process. Every piece of data,
every comparison. It's all in service of answering this one fundamental question. If your analysis doesn't lead you to a clear answer here, well, the investigation just isn't over yet.
And just like that, the case is cracked. You uncover the weaknesses, you've pinpointed your opportunities, the investigation is complete, but the real work, that's just beginning. You have the blueprint. The only question left is, what's your next move?